Namaste everyone, welcome to Hatha Yoga. Today we'll just start by shutting down our eyes. Sit yourself as comfortably as you'd like, legs can be crossed or extended. Straighten your spine, take your shoulders down your back. And just take a couple of big deep inhales through the nose and exhale a big sigh out of your mouth. Okay, on our next inhale, we're going to do 3 Oms, so hands to heart center if they're not already there. Inhale for Om. Release your hands down to your sides or your knees. Keep the eyes shut down. We're just going to now do a yogic breathing technique or pranayama. Pranayama means breath control. And there's lots of different yogi breathing techniques, and the one we're going to do is just elongating our exhale or our breath out. The whole purpose behind breath control is to slow us down, bring us to the here and now. By concentrating on our breath, we're concentrating on nothing else. Calms our nervous system, brings us a bit of mental clarity and balances our energy. So instead of being wound up all the time, we're bringing ourselves down to a little bit of slowness. So all I want you to do today, without forcing it, is make your exhale longer than your inhale. So for example, inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you might not be able to inhale for as long as that or exhale, or you might be able to do it longer. You may be able to inhale for 4 and exhale for 8. So let's shut our eyes down, work with what you've got, and just try and make that exhale longer than your inhale. You can have a slight pause between your inhale and exhale, that's fine too, but we don't want to be forcing air in or out. Just work with your normal abilities. Couple more breaths. Great. Okay. Hopefully already you feel like you've brought yourself to your mat, you've slowed yourself down. With practice with that pranayama, you may learn to inhale for a certain, for 10 and exhale for 30, counts of 30. You can build that lung capacity and that ability to work. But take your time, but it's also a really good way of calming yourself down at any time of the day or night. All right, let's start in cat-cow today, which is on all fours. So hands under the shoulders, knees below the hips, belly pulled in, spine long and straight. Push through all 5 knuckles at the base of your fingers. Inhale, we're going to drop our belly and look forward, lift our chin. Exhale, starting at the base of our spine, we're tucking the tailbone down towards the mat, arching up through the lower, mid and upper back, dropping our crown of the head towards the floor, looking between our legs. And then inhale, start that movement again at the base of the spine. Exhale, curve up like a cat. So our arched body is our cat. Press into the top of the feet into the mat. Inhale, we come forward. Bring that heart forward right between the collarbones. So try and make it a flowing movement, matching your breath. Working today with your body, listen to your body. Make the poses fit your body so that there is a low risk of injury in yoga if you listen to your body. So take your time in a pose, getting in and out of poses, making sure that they feel good for you. Come back to rest in downward facing dog or child's pose at any stage. Don't attempt poses that you don't think will suit your body. Okay, come back to a straight spine. Drop yourself down onto your elbows. Take your left foot out to the side of your body, if you can, otherwise stay on your knees. We're then going to inhale our left arm up above us. As far as we can, getting a twist in our body. Make sure we're holding in our belly muscles. Exhale, we're going to thread the needle, slide that left arm under the right armpit to twist the other way. Inhale, flow up. Exhale, flow under. And let's do 4 more with your own breath. On your next one, leave your left arm, shoulder down towards the mat and just stay in that position for a breath or 2 with the needle threaded. And then slide that arm back, rest the elbow to the floor, bring the left leg in and back under your hips. And then we'll set up for the other side. So right leg out to the side. I need to come off my mat. Haven't allowed enough room here. So right foot out to the side. Breathe in, right arm up in the air. Breathe out, thread the needle. Breathe in. Now work with the flow of your own breath for 4 more. Okay, bringing that arm in and under, just staying with the arm threaded for a couple of breaths. And then bring that elbow back and place it on the floor. Bring the knee back next to you. Okay, we're going to take our left arm behind our back. We're still down on our knees and elbows. Left arm behind your back. Inhale, lift the heart, open it up to the sky for a twist. Pull that left shoulder away from your ears. Take your gaze to the ceiling if you can as well, or the sky if you're outdoors. Couple of deep breaths here. release, come down, rest the left elbow down to the mat. Take the right arm behind your back. Inhale, lift and open that right shoulder up towards the sky. And breathe. And return that elbow down to the floor. Place the palms of the hands on the mat. Tuck the back toes under. Lifting up into downward dog or Adho Mukha Savasana. Adho Mukha Savasana. Push through all 5 knuckles at the base of your fingers. Draw the heels to the floor. Draw the backs of your thighs towards the back of the room or the mat. You may like to lift and lower alternate heels, getting a little bit of movement into those legs, bending one knee then the other. Try and draw the shoulders away from your ears. Try and lift the belly button up to the sky. And then take both heels towards the floor. Inhale, come up onto your toes and tippy-toe your feet up towards your hands and hanging forward fold. Uttanasana. Asana means pose, so most of the words, Sanskrit words, have asana at the end, meaning pose. Bend our knees, circle swing our arms above our head, and then release our hands down to heart center and down by our sides. Beautiful. Oh, I just saw the most beautiful picture of one of my co-workers in the distance. It's lovely. All right, we're going to our Surya Namaskaras now. So our Sun Salute A, bring ourselves 1 foot distance back from the top of our mat. Stand tall in Tandasana, shoulders back and down, belly, hips lifted towards our ribcage. Big deep breath. On your next inhale, circle the arms around to your side. Exhale, swan dive yourself forward with a straight back into Uttanasana. Hands to the shins or the tops of the feet. Inhale, chest lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Hands to floor, step or jump back for Chaturanga. Lower the floor, the knees can be on the floor or off. Upward facing dog, flip the toes over or go all the way to the floor for Cobra. Raising the chest. Exhale, back into downward dog. Adho Mukha Savasana. Couple of breaths here. Again, walking the feet up in between the hands, or you may look forward, bend the knees and lightly jump the feet forward. Inhale, raise the chest, chest lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circle the arms up and around and down through heart center. We'll do one more Sun Salute A. Inhale, arms up, slight back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, raise the chest, heart forward. Exhale, hands to floor, step or lightly jump back, lower down, Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward dog. Staying here in downward dog, let's go up on our toes. Take our left leg in the air, keep the hips level, draw the right leg into the right hip joint, left hips level. Staying on our toes, breathe. Release the left leg down, stay up on the toes, take the right leg in the air, keep the hips level, draw the right leg into the right hip joint, lengthen through the right leg. Both toes down, heels down. Walk or look forward, bend the knees and slightly jump the feet forward. Inhale, raise the chest. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees if you need to. Circle the arms up and around above your head and down through heart center. Okay, Surya Namaskara B, Sun Salute B. Starting with your feet hip width apart, or you might like to bring them big toes close together and have the heels apart a little bit. As we inhale our arms up above our head, we're going to bend our knees, sit back into chair pose, Uttanasana. Exhale, swan dive forward, forward fold. Inhale, raise the chest. Exhale, hands to floor, step or jump back. Knees can come down to the floor, lower the chest, Dandasana, all the way to the floor if you like, or upward facing dog. Cobra pose, shoulders back, lift the chest. Tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. Right leg steps forward by the right palm. Drop the back heel. Inhale the arms up for warrior one. Exhale, hands to floor. Go through your chaturanga vinyasa flow. Meet back in downward dog. Left foot steps forward by the left hand. Drop the back heel. Inhale, raise your arms up, warrior one. Exhale, hands to floor. Chaturanga. Squeeze those elbows in by the chest. Forward, upward facing dog. Back, downward dog. Take a breath or two here. Walking our feet forward between our hands, or you can jump them. Inhale, raise our chest. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bring yourself up. Make sure your toes are together if you can this time. Into chair pose. And stay here in chair pose. See if you can sit a little bit lower. Bring your hands to heart center. See if you can sink a little bit lower. Squeeze those knees together. Taking the tailbone towards the floor rather than out the back behind you. Okay, we're going to twist to the right. So without taking our elbow down to our knee, we're just going to twist our body, leaving our hands at heart center towards our right and look up towards the sky. Squeeze the knees together so that they're not shifting. And then if you can lower down, drop that left elbow down to the right knee and push your palms together. I'll go the other way. Draw in your belly. Make sure your knees are even, not one forward, not one knee coming forward of the other knee. And then let's inhale, coming up. Hands to heart center, staying in chair pose. And we'll go to the other side. So you are going first of all to twist to the left. I'm twisting to the right. Take the gaze to the sky. If you can, lower down. Right elbow will be near your left knee and push against it for your twist. And on your next inhale, bring the hands back to heart center. Come back into chair pose. Inhale, take our hands in the air, straighten our knees, and arms circle out to our side, back to Tandasana. Very good. All right, we're going to step our left foot back for our warrior one position. So a big step, our back heel, our front heel is in line with the heel or arch of our back foot. You might need it a little bit wider. Our back toes are pointing slightly towards the front of our mat. We're bringing our right knee over our right ankle if we can. And then we're going to turn our torso towards the front of the mat. Inhale our arms over our head. So we might not be coming fully straight on, but we're just making an attempt to come forward with our gaze at the front of our mat. For warrior one. So we should be warmed up now, so we're just going to hold these poses a little bit longer now. So use a deep breath in and out. See if you can sink into the pose a little bit more. Very strong warrior position. So feel the strength. But as you exhale, use the exhale to really soften into the pose. So we're strong, but we're easy. Okay, let's bring our arms down and take them behind our back. Pull them back behind us. We're just going to flow our chest up and down now. So a big inhale, prepare. Exhale, bring our chest down to the inside of our right knee. Just to as low as where you're comfortable going. Taking the hands over top as far as you can. Then inhale, bring yourself up as though someone's pulling those hands behind you. Exhale, go forward again. We're going to go forward 3 times. Inhale up. Make sure that front knee's still over the front ankle. Exhale, fold. Humble warrior. Inhale, come up. Release the hands. Inhale the hands over the head, warrior one. Exhale, open out into warrior two. Arms extended, right arm forward, left arm back, their shoulder height. Our hips are opening to the long edge of our mat. Virdrasana B. See if you can sink a little lower, a little softer. Okay, taking the left hand behind the back. Inhale, reverse warrior, reaching the right palm up and over our head. Exhale, right hand forward, palm down. Inhale, turn the palm up, reverse warrior over our head. Exhale, down, palm down. Gaze at the front. Inhale, one more, reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Release the arms. Okay, bring your arms into cactus position, so like a fork. We're in our warrior two, so we're facing the side long edge of our mat. We are now going to inhale, prepare, exhale, side bend over into side angle, right elbow comes down to right knee. Inhale, come back into warrior two with the cactus arms. Exhale, side angle, cactus arms, right elbow to right knee. Inhale, come up. Exhale, one more and staying down there. Okay. Left arm that's up in the air can now come behind your back, reaching towards your right hip. If you would like to release the right elbow, take the right hand under your right thigh and try and grab that left hand for a side angle bind. Have a go at that. Otherwise, just stay leaning on that right knee. Release the hands, push up, come back into warrior two. Okay, your choice now. We're going to windmill our arms down to the floor. You can step the right leg back into downward dog, have a rest in child's pose, or you can come through a vinyasa flow, chaturanga, lower to the floor, flip the toes, upward facing dog, meet back in downward dog. Okay, I'm just going to turn around so that I'm facing you. So let's all come out of child's pose and meet in downward dog. We're going to take our right foot forward next to our left hand, drop our right heel and inhale our arms above our head for warrior one. Vidrasana A. Front knee over the front ankle, facing the front short edge of your mat. Let's take our arms behind our back and clasp our hands together, pulling backwards. Big inhale. As you exhale, coming forward into our first humble warrior. Inhale, lift up. Use those core tummy muscles. Exhale, come forward. Inhale, come up. Exhale, forward. Inhale up. Release the hands, come back into warrior one. Arms above our head, reach tall. Big inhale and exhale out into warrior two. Really making sure we're pushing into that back leg, the outside edge of that back foot. Take our right arm behind our back now. Flip our front hand, palm up, reach up and over, reverse warrior. Exhale, come back. Left hand forward. Inhale, reverse that left hand up and over. And forward. One more. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, reach forward. Bring our hands back into warrior two arms. One arm forward, one arm back. And then change them into cactus arms, like a fork. Big inhale. As we exhale, we're flowing over. Left elbow, left knee for our side angle. Back leg straight, front leg still bent. Inhale, come up. Cactus arms. Exhale, over. Side bend. Keep that right shoulder back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, over. Inhale, up once more. Exhale, side bend, side angle. Okay, from here, right hand comes behind our back. If you'd like, stay like that. If you'd like to try the side angle, bind, reach under that left thigh. See if you can grab your right arm, pulling your right shoulder open. And release the hands, bring yourself back up into warrior two. And release the hands down by your side. Straighten your front leg, turn the feet towards the long edge of your mat. Ready for our Prasarita Padottanasana. So feet are either parallel, or if you can turn the toes slightly in towards each other. Let's take a big deep breath here, hands on hips, and then let's swan dive with a straight back, hinging at the hips, our chest forward and down to wherever we can go. We're going to inhale, raise up again. So using your strength of your core muscles and your leg muscles, come right up. Exhale, flow down. Inhale one more time. Raise that heart forward and up. Exhale, lower. This time we're folding as far as we can before we release our hands to the floor, lower the mat. From here, you can stay with the hands centered in front of you, either on a block or on the mat, or you can bring your left hand to the middle and your right hand reaches for your right ankle. And you're turning towards that right ankle. Legs are straight, feeling that stretch in our inner thighs. If you feel comfortable, you may take that left hand up behind your back and get a little bit further of a twist. Bring that left hand back down to the mat, release the right ankle, left ankle, come back and center. We're bringing our right hand to the center of our mat, leaning our left hand over towards our right ankle for a twist. And again, if you can take that right hand behind your back and open your chest. Release the right hand down to the floor. Release the right ankle. Come back into our wide leg split. Bring our hands to our hips and then inhale ourselves up to standing. Well done. Turn our right toes towards the front of our mat and bend our front knee. Come back into warrior one position. Inhale our arms over our head for warrior one. Open them out for warrior two. We begin to reach forward with our right hand and straighten our right leg, and then exhale, take ourselves over for triangle. So left arm towards the sky, right hand working its way wherever it can go down the straight front right leg. You may be gently resting on the leg, inside the right foot or outside the right foot. But opening our chest up to the sky, both legs straight. Trikonasana. Keeping both legs straight, let's bring ourselves up to standing with warrior arms, keeping the triangular legs. Good job. Turn your right foot towards the long edge of the mat as though we're in our wide leg split. Left foot turns and faces the other end of the mat. Straight legs, come over for our triangle. Inhale ourselves up to warrior arms, and then turn our left toes in, bring our hands to our hips, walk our feet in closer together so that our heels are about 1 foot or 30 centimetres apart. We're just going down into Malasana. So depending on your knees and hips and thighs, sinking the bottom back into a squat. Go to wherever you can. You may be able to sink yourself all the way down. Heels may lift off the floor, but find your Malasana. If you can come right down, press the upper arms against the knees. Hands can come to heart center. If you'd like, you might like to bring your arms inside your knees and then wrap them out and around, and see if you can clasp your hands together under your bottom. I can't, but you may be able to. So joining your hands underneath your seat. A couple of more breaths here. Okay, releasing one arm. So I'm releasing my right arm, taking it behind my back and twisting open to my right. Take that right arm back and wrap it around the outside of the leg. Take the left arm behind your back, open to the left. And release. If you can, place your hands on your hips and stand without using your hands on the floor. If you need to, come up on your toes and push yourself up to standing. And give yourself a little bit of a shake out. Well done. Whew. Good job. Let's just shut down our eyes. Stand tall in Tandasana. You can place your hands on your belly or at heart center. And just see how we're feeling for a moment. Release. Now balancing today, we're going to stand on one leg. So we'll stand on our right leg, hands on hips maybe. Take your left leg behind you. Slight bend in your right leg, but make sure you're taking most of your weight in this right leg and you can feel all four corners of your foot. From here, see if you can bend your torso forward till it's parallel to the ground. And see if you can lift the left leg up behind you. You may need to keep it on the ground for balance. Using your core strength or your belly muscle strength here. Let's see if we can take our hands above our head for warrior three. Really lengthen out through those arms and those toes as much as you can. And then when you're ready, bring your hands back to your heart center as you bring that foot back to meet the left foot on the floor. Okay, let's try our left foot. So get our weight distributed, make a firm feeling in that left leg. Engage the thigh muscles, right leg behind. Starting off, bending over first. And then if you can, lift that back leg. Go for it. And then if you can, take both arms above your head for warrior three. Or leave them on your hips, or maybe take them back near your hips for aeroplane arms if it's too much above the head. And gracefully bring yourself back to standing when you're ready. Hopefully none of you were looking at the camera. My aeroplane had a little crash. Good job. Okay. Let's stand at the top of our mat. Inhale our arms over our head. Exhale, flow down. Hands to floor. Step back into a full lunge. And then lower ourselves gently down to the mat. Arms by your side. Inhale, raise our chest. Holding here. Hands can stay on the floor, feet can stay on the floor. Just using our back muscles to raise our heart forward, our chin up. And breathe. And release down to the mat. Okay, bringing our hands up near our chest, we're going to push back onto all fours. Now, because I find I need a little bit of padding under my knees, I've got a blanket here. I'm going to put under my left knee I'm going to step my right foot forward next to my right palm so that I'm in a low lunge. So depending where you can go, we want to get that right knee above our right ankle and getting a stretch to our back left hip here. So let's find that position first. And when you're ready, take the weight into this right foot and inhale the arms above our head, like warrior one arms. From here, we're going to take our fingers and clasp them behind the base of our head, just in that curve there. Going to inhale, lean back a little bit, exhale, make a C curve, and just curve our upper shoulders forward a little bit, nose towards the front knee. Inhale, come up, open our chest, little back bend, exhale, C curve forward. Inhale, open up, exhale. We're not pulling on our neck, we're just holding our fingers there. C curve forward. Inhale, coming up, and then releasing our hands down to the mat. From here, we're going to take our hips back and straighten our front leg into a half split. So you might slide the heel forward slightly, front right toes back towards your nose for our half split. If you'd like to fold a little bit more over that half split, our left hip should be above our left knee at this stage. And then bring ourselves forward. Wriggle our right foot out to the edge of the mat and bring our arms on the inside of our right foot, and come back so our right knee's above our left foot, and we've got to stretch through that back left hip for our lizard pose. You can stay up on your fingertips, blocks or palms, or you can start to work your way down to the elbows if that's fitting for you. So the left knee falls out slightly, but I'm keeping my whole right foot on the floor. Getting the stretch through both sides of my hips here. Okay, bringing ourselves up onto our hands if we're not there already. Let's take our left hip backwards and bring our right knee back to meet our left. And we're going to work the other side. So if you have padding under your knee, take it under your right knee. Step your left foot forward into our low lunge. Find your low lunge and then inhale, raise your hands above your head into warrior one arms. Then we clasp our hands gently, but in that curve at the back of our necks. Exhale, curve forward towards that front knee. Inhale, come up, slight back bend, look up. Exhale, down. Inhale up. Exhale, down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Release the hands, take them down to the floor, and we'll go into a half split with our left leg straight, toes towards our nose, and folding over that front straight left leg. Right hip's above the left knee, which is vertical to the ground. Hanuman Asana, half Hanuman Asana. Okay, bringing ourselves forward into that lunge position again and working the left foot out towards the side of the mat. Coming into our full lunge and then lowering towards the floor as much as we can into our lizard pose. Okay, bringing ourselves up again. I'm going to make myself way onto my right buttock, bring my right leg around until I'm in a sitting position. So however you can manage to get around onto your bottom, do so. And we're going to sit up in Dandasana or staff pose. So legs out straight in front of you. And we're actually going to fold forward here, but with a little difference. So as we come forward, sorry, before you start folding forward, I want you to cross your right foot over your left ankle. As we come forward, reaching for our right foot and grabbing it, and then as we push into it, as we fold forward, we're going to push into our right hand and at the same time pull back with our right hand. So we're getting a bit of a stretch to our upper shoulder here as well as our fold forward. So pushing into that hand and pulling back, resisting against that push. Folding a little bit to your left. And gradually release and bring yourself up. Crossing your left ankle over your right. Sit up tall. Fold at the hips, come forward, reach towards that left foot. You might only reach the calf or ankle, but if you can, reaching the foot, pushing into the hand and pulling back at the same time. Inhale and lift up, releasing that foot at the same time. And uncross the legs. Okay, we're going to make our way down onto our backs now. Place the heels of our feet together. Rest our head down on the floor, arms relaxed by the side, and just take some nice deep breaths as you let gravity take your knees towards the floor. Make sure your shoulders are down your back. Okay, drawing your knees back together. And we're going into a bridge. If you have a block, grab your block. If you haven't, don't worry. But if you have a rolled up towel or something, that would be okay too. But we're going up into our bridge. So bring the heels into the buttocks. Knees and ankles are hip width apart, and then lift our hips up into our bridge. If you have a block, place it under your hips to take a little bit of your weight. And then if you haven't, you have to support yourself with your legs. Then I want you to draw your right knee into your chest. Pull it in as much as you can. That might be it for you, which it will be if you haven't got a supportive block. If you've got a block under there, you can begin to straighten that left leg. Getting a stretch through our psoas here in our hip flexor muscles through our left hip. Putting some compression in our right hip. If you haven't got a supportive block, you're just in your bridge with your knee drawn into your chest. You might need to come out of it a little bit quicker than we are if you're tiring. 2 more breaths. Okay, gradually bring that left leg in to the bridge position. Take the right foot down to meet it. Take the block out and lower down. Have a little break for a moment. And whenever you're ready, coming back up into your bridge. Block under if you've got one. If you haven't got one, it's just the left knee to your chest. Again, if the block's there and you can begin to straighten that right leg out, getting that stretch through the right hip. Really draw that left hip in, left knee in towards your chest as much as you can. And breathe away. Bring our right foot in, so our knee is bent. Take our left leg back down into our bridge, lifting our hips up off the block and slowly lowering to the mat. We'll just go back into butterfly again for a minute, so soles of the feet together. Might just get a stretch in our upper arms, so taking our arms above our head in that cactus pose. So like you're a 3-pronged fork. Bringing our hands back to our side, join our knees together. We're just going to roll onto one side with our knees bent up towards our chest or into a tucked forward. So ankles are still back in line with our hips and shoulders. Hands together, resting under our head. Then I want you to extend your right arm out on the floor in front of you, pointing out in the same direction as your knees. As you inhale, I want you to raise that arm up in the air and take it over behind you. Now, you may be able to reach, you can turn the shoulders back, but I want the knees staying on the floor. Actually, the left arm can lay out open on the floor. So getting a twist in your body. If you would like, you can take your gaze over towards your right arm. So knees are staying on the floor, shoulder open as much as you can. It may not reach the floor. Okay, bring your head back to center. Using your left arm, you can just bring your knees up to the ceiling and roll all the way over onto the other side, your right side. Knees bent, knees on the floor, they stay on the floor. Arms can be out together, and then we're opening the left arm up and over towards our left. And take your gaze with it if you like. Okay, bringing your head back to centre. Help the knees up to centre if you need, and then make your way into Shavasana, our final pose for the evening. So legs extended, pointing to the outer edges of your mat. Arms can be resting quietly by your sides or on your belly, or your heart and your belly, wherever you like. Find a comfortable position. And close down your eyes. Just lift your hips up a little bit and scoop your tailbone to lengthen your lower back. And really let your feet relax open to your sides. Wiggle your shoulder blades a little bit underneath you so they're supporting the weight of your upper back. And line the tip of your nose up with your navel. And then deliberately relax. Relax your feet and legs, letting the weight of the legs and the feet settle against the back of the body. Release your thigh bones into the back of your legs. Allow your legs and your feet to be supported by the earth beneath you. Let go of your arms and your hands. Release the upper arm bones into the earth. Relax your hands and allow your fingers to curl naturally towards the palms. Begin to soften your belly so that your abdomen is free of tension. Imagine that you're softening the skin over your heart. Begin to relax your throat, swallowing a little bit to help you relax. Just separate your back teeth a little bit so that your jaw relaxes. Relax and widen your tongue. Just part your lips ever so slightly to release the muscles around your mouth and nose, and let your eyes sink deeply into their sockets. And consciously smooth out your forehead. Feel the back of your body expand into the earth underneath you. Feel the front and the sides of your body expanding into the air around you. Let the boundaries of your body melt so the lines that separate you and the world around you blur and become less distinct. Really allow yourself to take up space. Begin to enjoy the space around you and the spaciousness inside you. And breathe. Follow the breath deep down inside. Watch the breath go throughout your entire being. Let your entire body ripple with the waves of the breath. as you continue to watch the waves of your breath, follow your breath to your heart center. Feel the space around your heart, expansive and peaceful. As you gently drift away and start thinking or doing, gently find your way back to your breath. Back to the space around your heart and to the pure awareness that is you. Just be with yourself for a few minutes. Just savor a couple more breaths before you start to move. Feel the spaciousness inside your body, inside your breath, and inside your heart. And when you feel ready, gradually rolling onto one side and stay there for a couple of breaths, just curled up like a baby. And when you're ready, gradually making your way up onto your bottom. Keep your eyes closed down. Bring your hands to heart center in Pranam Asana. We'll finish with one Om and 3 Shantis for peace. Inhale. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste, everyone. Thanks for joining me.